Rotation is finally here, and we are going to kick things off with a deck that has arisen just before rotation happened, but it's one that is seeing a lot of play right now and will likely see a lot of play going forward. And full disclosure, I'm recording this before rotation, so the matches you will see happen before rotation, but the list is 100% rotation safe. And the deck we are looking at today is Archaludon EX in the Poison package. I'm Jack from InThirdPerson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Poison Archaludon. And fun fact, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, music critic on YouTube, Anthony Fantano, huge fan of his content, by the way, has recently entered the Pokemon TCG conversation on Twitter, commenting on a post about Monkey Dory, and then saying that his favorite deck right now is actually Poison Archaludon, which is part of why we are talking about Poison Archaludon today. Shoutouts to Anthony Fantano, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, period. Archaludon EX is a thick metal Pokemon, stage 1 with 300 HP. It's very self-sufficient because it's got the Assemble Alloy ability where when you evolve into Archaludon, you can accelerate 2 metal energy to one of your metal Pokemon, and oftentimes you're going to accelerate to the Archaludon, but you could accelerate to other stuff as well. And with that, you've got Metal Defender for 3 metal energy, which does 220 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon has no weakness. And the big deal with this attack, it's good. 220 is a solid number, but there are a number of Pokemon that are north of 220 that Archaludon just cannot one-hit KO. And this is why, of late, people have been playing Archaludon with the Poison package. And Brute Bonnet is here as a way of getting that poison on, where Toxic Powder poisons both Pokemon if you've got an Ancient Booster Capsule on the Brute Bonnet, so you're squeezing out an extra 10 damage in there. And then on top of that, you can combo that with Perilous Jungle, which puts an extra 2 damage counters on non-dark Pokemon. And then on top of that, if you've got a Binding Mochi on your Archaludon, you're swinging for another 40 damage. I can't do the math off the top of my head. You are swinging for a lot of damage. And yes, it is a wombo combo. You're going to need a lot of pieces in order to make that swing happen, but it's totally possible to make that happen. And even if you just get the Brute Bonnet poison on, you are still swinging for 230, which is an infinitely better number than 220, because now you're knocking out your Iron Handses and Roaring Moons, and 230 and up is a really good breakpoint to be hitting. So that's kind of the core of it here. And then at the beginning of the game, we can use that same poison package with the Brute Bonnet and the Ancient Booster Capsule and get Pecharunt in the active, where it drops an extra 5 damage counters on already poisoned Pokemon. So you go from doing 1 poison to 6 poison. And again, if you've got the Perilous Jungle in play, that's 8 poison. So for any non-dark Pokemon, you are going to be doing tremendous damage on them. If you're playing against a deck with evolution Pokemon like a Charizard, you can just take out a Charmander, turn 1 going first, and there's nothing they can do about it. And if you're playing against the bigger EX and they just leave their EX in the active, they're taking 160 damage off of the top, and that's absolutely incredible. So Pecharunt, an amazing combo with this overall poison package. So let's talk about the card counts here. We've got a 3/3 line of Duraludon with Archaludon. I do like the fact this Raging Hammer attack is actually not that bad for 3 energy, 2 colorless or 2 metal and a colorless, 80 damage, and this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That can be enough to knock out a Mimikyu. We do not have the Relicanth tech in here. Maybe you try and squeeze that in here, but that's not really a card I saw in the Archaludon list because we're focusing a little more on poison stuff. We've got 1 copy of Mew EX, helps you draw up to 3 cards. Really, it's here to help facilitate the turn 1 donks, where you can draw more cards. You can use this as a retreater and as a pivot as well. We've got 1 copy of Latias EX, which gives our basic Pokemon free retreat. Now, Archaludon itself is not a basic Pokemon, but you can retreat pretty much everything else in the deck. And in certain cases where Archaludon gets stuck, you also have the potential for Pecharunt EX here, where its Subjugating Chains ability allows you to switch your active Pokemon with a benched dark Pokemon, and then you poison that Pokemon. So there might be instances where your opponent's trying to trap the Archaludon, or they're trying to play like Wellspring Mask Ogerpon is one where they might play Sob and trap Archaludon in the active, and then you can't retreat. Pecharunt actually gives you a retreat option where you can go into the Pecharunt instead. We've got Fezandipiti EX here, where if one of your Pokemon was knocked out on the previous turn, you get to draw 3 cards. But keep in mind, if they got knocked out from poison, then you can't draw 3 cards with Fezandipiti EX. Squawkabilly, we've got 2 copies of Squawk here, which gives you better odds of being able to discard your hand and draw up to 6 cards on the first turn of the game. An incredibly important card for trying to build to that turn 1 Wombo combo with the Pecharunt, but also getting energy in the discard pile for Archaludon to power up later. And then, yeah, 2 copies of Brute Bonnet to apply poison with Toxic Powder and Ancient Booster Capsule. For trainer cards, we've got 1 copy of Iono for a little bit of hand disruption, where both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards they have remaining. This can be especially deadly towards the end of the game when your opponent has only 1 or 2 prize cards remaining, and you leave them with 1 or 2 cards. Some Archaludon poison decks I've seen have taken out Iono entirely. I like it here for the hand disruption, but I'll leave that choice up to you. Got 3 copies of Pokégear 3.0, where you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck and find a supporter there. If you find a supporter there, you can put that into your hand and then shuffle your deck. This deck does not have a draw engine per se, outside of like Fezandipiti and Mew, so finding the supporters becomes really important. I got 3 copies of Pokégear here. A number of them had 4 that I saw in Japan. I cut down by 1 just to make room for some other techs, but yeah, definitely look to 3 to 4 of these. We got 2 copies of Night Stretcher, which lets you put a basic Pokemon or basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. Great recovery card here for getting those pieces back. 1 copy of Super Rod, which lets you shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. The splits I've seen from Japan have been either 3 copies of Night Stretcher or 2 copies of Night Stretcher plus a Super Rod. I personally like the Super Rod in there because, especially in the early game when you're discarding stuff like crazy with the Squawkabilly and the Carmine, I like to have the Super Rod in there just in case. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basic Pokemon down. 4 copies of Perilous Jungle. This is a card that during checkup puts 2 damage counters on each poison non-dark type Pokemon. So against something like a Charizard, unfortunately, you're not going to get that extra damage in, but in other cases, against most other decks, you will squeeze out an extra 2 damage on them. 1 copy of Pal Pad lets you shuffle up to 2 supporters from your discard pile back into your deck. 4 copies of Carmine here. This is a huge card in the deck where you discard your hand and draw 5 cards, but you can use this on the first turn of the game going first, giving you more opportunities to have that optimal Wombo combo hand. Secret Box is an amazing card in this deck. Allows you to discard 3 cards, and then you get a item card, a Pokemon tool, a supporter, and a stadium all in one go. And because this is such a combo heavy deck, Secret Box is helpful for facilitating all of that action. 3 copies of Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Again, this deck is very much just trying to fly through the deck as fast as possible, and you want these games to end fast. So you are just trying to plow through your cards and get the right cards you need in like the first 2 turns of the game. 2 copies of Binding Mochi, where poison Pokemon do plus 40 damage. You combine this with Archaludon and the poison package, and you're swinging for very big numbers. 4 copies of Ancient Booster Capsule, where the Ancient card this Pokemon is attached to gets plus 60 HP, and you recover from special conditions. This doesn't really matter, but you really want it for the Brute Bonnet. 4 copies is a lot. Maybe I'd cut that down to 3, but almost all the lists I saw had 4 copies of Ancient Booster Capsule, and there were times when I did run out of Ancient Booster Capsule as well, so I don't mind 4. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice from your deck, and put it into your hand. 1 copy of Kieran allows you to switch your active Pokemon to the bench with something else, or do plus 30 damage. And I do love the idea of Kieran, and this is maybe one of the flex spots. I put this in at the last minute, seeing it in a couple of lists, and ended up not really using it. So if I were to redo this, maybe I take out this Kieran and put in a 4th Pokégear or some other tech. But Kieran, I think, in theory, works great. Just based on our time playing it today, I didn't use this card really at all, and I don't think we necessarily needed it. But I think it's an okay option to have in here. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel lets you discard a card and grab 2 basic energy from your deck and put them into your hand. And then 2 copies of Boss's Orders to gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. Last but not least, pretty light energy count here with only 6 energy. General game plan of this deck, you want to go first pretty much all the time, which is great because a lot of decks want to go second these days, and you are trying to get your Pecharunt poison damage off at the beginning of the game while also getting at least one Duraludon on the board and a couple of energy in the discard pile. After you're done poisoning, from there, you're going into your Archaludon and just swinging for big damage and applying the poison where applicable so that you are taking big one-hit KOs on multi-prize Pokemon. All right, let's get to these matches. And this is more of a personal preference thing rather than like, this is the way you should play the game. Pecharunt here. Okay. Let's go and grab ourselves a Brute Bonnet. We'll go get ourselves a Squawkabilly. And where is Squawk? Yeah, we're setting up to poison this thing right now. And, oh, we got a Carmine first. Yes. Boom. Massive poison. And yeah, let's go and actually while we're here, let's go and grab a second Duraludon. And then potentially set up either some sort of pivot option, whether it's Latias or something else. But right now, our hand looks very good. And I don't think we have to do anything particularly drastic right now. Poison. We can't attach. We've already attached energy for turn, so not too concerned at this point. We just give them a fat 6. Because they're a dark Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, maybe we gust up the Zard or a Charmander. If they don't get another one, they get another one down. Okay. If they get another one down, oh. If they're going for item lock Badoo, yeah. Right now, based on this current hand, I would go after the Charmander. Yeah, take their attacker out. And having this Pecharunt with a bunch of damage on it is nice. We are going to say... Bet we'll go grab 2 metals. And... we'll accelerate 1. Plus from hand, that's 3. So we're fine on that front. And hopefully we can get some energy in the discard pile later. But we are going to gust up the Charmander and take that out. And we wait. And even if they play Fezandipiti down, they are losing to the poison, so they can't draw an additional 3 cards. They can Badoo item lock us, and that would be annoying, but it's not the end of the world, per se. We've got an attacker set up. Not getting Latias down, like if they trap, say, the Brute Bonnet or something, that would be bad. They're going to go and get... they might get Pidgeot out. That would be a problem. No, just Charmander. Okay. Arvin, is it like a Rare Candy Forest Seal Stone? Get a Pidgeot rolling? Oh, Rare Candy Binding Mochi. Okay. That's... yeah, having this variation of Zard is kind of annoying. And right now, we don't have another Gust option. They'll probably hard retreat into the Badoo and item lock us, though then they also... they get KO'd there as well. There's the Forest Seal Stone. Almost certainly going to get... yeah, they are pretty much guaranteed to have Charizard next turn. The only thing potentially stop... yeah, we have to top deck Boss, basically. And there's like a 1 in 29 shot that that's gonna happen. Yeah, go into Badoo, item lock, take the KO. Or get KO'd by our Pecharunt. And if they do that, I think I want... we can't get... I'm going to hold on to our hand right now. And we'll just poison here. I kind of want... Maybe we put the Mew down, so that gives us a pivot into a second Pecharunt if we want to do that play. Yeah, let's do that. Because, yeah, we're not going to be able to one-hit KO a Zard. We can do a lot of damage, but we're not going to one-hit KO. So, if we can leave them to... Okay, they just brick. We get Iono down to 4. Sorry, I keep jostling here. Yeah, we can get another poison play in. And let's see what they bench. I would probably get a second Charmander up. I mean, they'll get Zard here. And that's fine. They're going to swing into the Pecharunt. Unfortunately, the Poisonous Jungle also boosts... It make... Oh, they don't... Yeah, they can poison us. What? Only 1 energy? Okay, they had it in hand. All right. It makes them swing even harder. So they could potentially get into... Yeah, I think they can one-hit KO Archaludon at this point. And that's horrifying. They do poison themselves a lot, though. Right? So they are swinging for... Ah, the Pecharunt's down. Okay, 320. 320. We're still not close. They are almost guaranteed going to boss KO at this point. Let's go and Pal Pad here. Take a boss and take a Carmine. Actually, you know what? Take the Kieran. That might come in handy later. And I'm going to Nest Ball up a... Do we have a second Pecharunt here? Yes, we do. Yes, indeedy. And let's go and thin our deck here. And I don't need the Ancient Booster Capsule. We'll grab Archie preemptively. And I will... Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have done that because I needed that for... Okay. Need that for potentially Fezandipiti. Yeah, they're already poisoned. We're gonna do 6 poison there, and let's end our turn. Oh, High Dragon. Okay. Yeah, they're swing. How much damage did they swing for on that last turn? Arven. Okay. Yeah, if they're not swinging, if they're just hitting the Pecharunt, like that's totally fine. 280. Okay, they're still not one-hit KOing us. If they get the here. So 80, that's 300. They're still short, or we're still short. We could Night Stretcher. Could we do we want to Night Stretcher? And just get another poison in? And just say bet? I think we do. I think we just poison again. Right? Because right now, we're going to be short on damage to knock out the Hold on. Wait. If we swing in 200, 210... Yeah, I'm willing to give up a prize if it means we have 2 Archies left. This might be greedy, the way I'm playing it right now. Almost certain they're going to go boss KO Archaludon. But we would still KO them in return. Rare Candy into High Dragon. Okay. It's not looking great for us. Honestly, they could Gust KO later. Yeah, if they go boss KO, like, then we're just done. The Neo upper energy is a bad sign. They might have gotten greedy here, though. Because they do... Yeah, this attack does 130 to 3 to 2. Okay, let's go and... Do I Pokégear here and just try and get Carmine? Yeah, let's go Carmine here. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm not going to get the energy acceleration on the Archaludon, which is unfortunate. We will Carmine. I'm just trying to get more cards. Okay. Do I want to play anything else? I don't think I do. 220 is enough. Yeah, I think we just hit Metal Defender here. Secret Box. Okay, there we go. As long as we don't get hand disrupted, we should be okay. We're probably... Because 130 to 3 targets is not enough to take out anything on the board right now, right? Like, they're not... Like, it's a cool attack. 130... Yeah, 130, 130, 130. Like, they could hit the Mew. Like, if they boss KO the Mew, like, they're still short of winning this game. Oh, Iono. Okay, yeah, I knew the hand disruption was coming. Let's see what we get in return. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're cool. Oh, we got so lucky. We got so lucky there. We'll take it, though. We'll take it. We'll take it. And we'll go boss up the Pecharunt here that we were softening up at the beginning. And swing for a solid 220 for game. So our opponent was cooking there. They had some sort of wacky Charizard Hydreigon combination, and to their credit, they did build up to the Hydreigon at the end, and they did hand disrupt us down to 2 cards, but we were able to draw into that boss, fortunate enough to draw into the boss at the end there, and that made it a lot easier. And the poison on the Pecharunt at the beginning, on the Pecharunt EX, ultimately didn't matter. Our Archaludon would have knocked it out anyway, but we were still able to, I think, poisoning the Charizard as often as we did so that we didn't get the Archaludon, the first Archaludon in the line of fire, ended up being pretty clutch, keeping us in this game for just long enough to close the door. GG's. Okay, we're going to go with the Mew EX here for the free pivot, and then we'll put the Squawkabilly down as well, and we'll Carmine our hand. So we've got lots of draw here, and there should be a decent chance we hit our donk. Okay. Yeah, oh man, can we get the Pidgey down in one go? We get the Perilous Jungle, and let's go hit the Carmine here. We get the Pecharunt. I am looking for a... We're looking for a Brute Bonnet and the Capsule. And I think we got it. I think we got it. And I probably shouldn't have played that Duraludon. But now we go grab... Sure, we can grab a Professor's Research, a Nest Ball. Nest Ball is the most important thing here. What have we thrown away so far? I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's just grab Binding Mochi and a Poisonous Jungle here. And hopefully the Brute Bonnet, we didn't prize both Brute Bonnet. We prized one Brute Bonnet. Okay. So let's go and retreat into the Mew or Pecharunt into the Toxic Powder, and that is game. GG's. Turn 1 donk. Definitely a play that we have seen more and more with Terapagos Cloth popping off in competitive play. And yeah, the Pecharunt is absolutely nuts being able to hit that. And it's not going to happen all the time. It's not going to happen where you're always going to get that Pecharunt play off. But if you can set yourself up so that you can get that Pecharunt play off, that is absolutely ridiculous. Love that for us. GG's. Let's go. Yeah, let's actually go with the Duraludon here. Okay. We've got a bunch of stuff, and we do have Pecharunt here, which we can use as our what? What? Okay. What? All right. I have not seen. I'm guessing some sort of Galvantula item lock thingamabobber. All right. I have not seen this card. We're playing Fezandipiti right now? No. 3 basic energy cards of Pokemon any way you like. Okay. This definitely feels like Pikachu EX. Okay. Resolute Heart is kind of annoying. It is annoying, but if we can get the... Oh, the poison's going to be good. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right, so we get the Pecharunt down. And let's go get our baby Pecharunt out so we can get that poison in early. And they are... Yeah, we can try for a Squawkabilly later, but worst case scenario, we brick on the research and we still get the Pecharunt poison play. Oh, yeah. Do we want to Squawk right now? Do we? Actually, you know, we poison first. We poison first. I don't think we do. Okay. Yeah, we hold... This gives us more options. Yeah, if we hold our hand here, we've got more options. So let's just go and poison. And if they plan on keeping the Terapagos here, they are going to cough up a prize in the process. If anything, depending on where they plan on putting that energy, it might be best to... Okay, let's see. Let's see how they go about it. The Pikachu is mad annoying, though. It is very annoying being able to potentially one-hit KO here. But let's see where they put the energy from the Terapagos. I kind of want to put a second Pecharunt in play to poison. Or if we can gust up the Pikachu and just poison that now, and then they're not going to burn... Yeah, if we can gust up the Pikachu on this following turn and poison it, then that takes out our biggest threat. Like, we're one-hit KOing all of these things, and the Galvantula, like, 180 item lock, like, it's fine. Yeah, let's go see where they put the energy. The Pikachu's the one I'm the most scared of, because the Pikachu is going to... Yeah. Yeah, they lose the... They're going to lose the Terapagos. We take a prize. That's awesome. And we get our Archie, but I need... we still don't have any energy in the discard pile, so we probably have to let that go. Yeah, they'll bring in the Joltik. Yeah, if we can get some initial damage on right now, that would be ideal. So let's go and Secret Box, and we'll get rid of... I don't think Iono's going to be too great here. Carmine might be. Perilous Jungle will hold on to... getting rid of Pal Pad, and I think we get rid of Archaludon or Nest Ball. Let's go Nest Ball. Okay. I want Boss. I think we want Pokégear here as a potential supporter for the following turn. Earthen Vessel would be good too. But yeah, that in the long term, what is that going to do? Okay, we'll take a Perilous Jungle. We'll take a Binding Mochi. And yeah, the item. Do I want the Pokégear for the chance at a supporter? Or do we take the Earthen Vessel to get some energy in play, right? Oh, we have Carmine right now. Okay. Yeah, we don't Pokégear. We don't Pokégear. All right. We gust up the Pikachu. We'll throw down a Perilous Jungle. We Earthen Vessel away the other Perilous Jungle. We go and grab energy. And we actually set up... Actually, yeah, if they knock out this one, it's fine if they knock out this one. Because then we'll just attach it to the other one, right? So let's go and add the poison. And now we can knock out that Pikachu, no problem. Yeah, and they're not going to want to burn 300 damage. A 300 damage attack on a Pecharunt here. So let's see what they do now. They get down another Pikachu. Okay, they have no way of powering that up. There it is. They only have one energy, though. If we can take this out. So they will build this up, right? Like, as soon as this goes, like, if they just leave this Pikachu in the active, that's going to get... Oh, they're going to burn it? Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. We'll go put Brute Bonnet up. We can retreat that with the... Oh, we have to get the... that might have been the wrong play. That might have been the wrong play. Okay. If we go... Archie. Yeah, I might have screwed this up. Might have screwed this up. Binding Mochi. And we have to hit another Pecharunt here. And we don't get it. We don't get it. Do I give them the Latias? Because we're not going to get the poison anymore. Okay, we give them... Latias gets us the second... Do we retreat? Yeah, I think we have to swing into this. And then they knock this out, and then we bring in the second Archaludon. I think that's how this has to go. So let's go and retreat. And we are going to be swinging for... We're going to knock this out anyway, so we don't have to go all out. But we'll take out this Pikachu. They'll blow this up. Use the other Pikachu. Okay. We just need to find an energy afterwards to be okay. If we can top deck an energy, we'll be fine. And yeah, the poison's going to knock them out anyhow. So, let's see. Oh, Lumineon. Okay. What's the play? Is it Iono? Boss? If it's Brute Bonnet, that's... If it's Boss Brute Bonnet, that's kind of a problem. But we'll let it rock. We'll let him cook. See what's up. Okay. Gravity Mountain. That's not going to matter. But it does take away the extra poison damage. Okay. They're going to get down. They'll get down another Pikachu. Nope. Okay, just shuffle the deck. Sure. Oh, and play Lumineon. What's the play? Please not Iono. No! Now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. They blow up, we'll take a prize, and it's gonna send all those cards into at the bottom of the deck, including double Archaludon, which is horrifying. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate play for us. Down to 2 cards. Night Stretcher. Oh. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We win. We're fine. That's the perfect combination of cards. We Night Stretcher up the Archaludon that they're going to knock out. We then poison. We take the swing for 220. The poison, Resolute Heart kicks in, and then the poison kicks in and takes out the Pikachu, and we're done. Yeah, that actually was the best outcome for us. Okay, they blow up again. Pikachu definitely going to see some play post-rotation. It's already a big part of the Terra Box deck going forward. We will be covering that on this. Yeah, we should be covering that soon. All right. And yeah, this also just the benefit of the poison package. It gets around Pikachu and its Resolute Heart ability. Though right now, like, I don't see where they get another 3 energy to even attack. So I think we're fine right now. We just Night Stretcher for our Archaludon. We accelerate 2 energy. Oh, I should have poisoned first. I should have poisoned first and then evolved up. Then I wouldn't have the poison damage. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. So yeah, we should have poisoned while we were still Duraludon and then evolved into Archaludon to nullify the poison. Minor stuff. But we do get the swing for 220 and we get the win. GG. So, yeah, cool matchup there. The Pikachu swinging multiple times, getting their big blast in. But again, the combos with the Pecharunt taking out the initial Terapagos and then getting some initial poison damage in on the first Pikachu so that we could just swing into it cleanly, and then having the second Archaludon ready to go with the poison so we could knock out the second one was going to make that incredibly difficult for our opponent. So a pretty smooth ride overall. GG's. Yeah, this is fine. We'll put Duraludon in the active. We've got Pecharunt EX as our... Yeah, we've got Carmine. We have a lot of what we want here. I think we get down a Squawk. So we can get at least some initial turn 1 point. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go and grab our... We don't need Latias at this point. We can just use Pecharunt in there. Yeah, and we have Squawk, right? Yeah, we've got 1 Squawkabilly. So Pecharunt down. Brute Bonnet down. Yeah. Squawkabilly down, and we'll get rid of these 2 energies. And we just need the Capsule. So hopefully we can find that in the next, what, 11 cards or so? We don't find it. Possibly getting rid of 2 of our Night Stretchers. That's no good. Yeah, I think we have to get rid of our Night Stretchers here. So we Squawk and Seize. Can we get a Capsule, please? There it is. Okay, fantastic. And we get the Perilous Jungle, so we'll go Subjugating Chains. Yes, we do poison the Pecharunt. That's fine. And we have Latias in hand, but I do want to keep the second spot open for the a second Duraludon. So we get the combo, drop a 6. Unfortunately, Perilous Jungle is not going to do anything because they are also a dark Pokemon. Ugh, that's fine. That's fine. Ultimately, it's okay. Getting some initial damage on a Fezandipiti is very nice, and the Klefki is annoying. The Klefki is annoying. If they get that in the active, that shuts off the abilities. Basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents have no abilities except for Mischievous Lock. Now, does that shut off your booster capsule? Maybe that might shut off our... Yeah, Klefki might actually shut off the... oh, Dragapult. Annoying. It might shut off the Archaludon. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Does Klefki shut this thing off? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it does shut that off. That sucks. Let's go and let's see what we can get. Carmine is not bad. And Pokégear, can we get something better? Yeah, I take the research instead. And hopefully, off the research, we can get... Okay, energy's good. And Secret Box is great here. Because then... Hold on. I think we Secret Box first. How do we sequence this? So we Secret Box, we get rid of the Brute Bonnet. I think we get rid of the Mew. And I think we get rid of Boss, and we can Pal Pad that back in later. And we go and grab... Ooh. I need... Ultra Ball. Perilous Jungle, Binding Mochi. Do I have the pieces I need? Okay. So... There is 2 energy. I need to retreat. Into the... Yeah, there's 3 energy in the discard pile. I need to get rid of 2 things. So let's go get rid of the Perilous Jungle, and I think we get rid of the Earthen Vessel at this point. Unfortunately, we don't get a second Duraludon in play, but we do get the attack. We are going to swing in. This Pecharunt is also in danger. Let's go and get the Pal Pad back in, and we'll get our copy of Boss. And let's go grab a research here as well. There's Boss. Okay. Now, hopefully they don't have it. Hopefully they don't got it like that. Hopefully. Because, yeah, right now the Pecharunt is going down. Okay. They're going to... Oh, they got rid of a Force Seal Stone in the process. Almost certainly going to be Dragapult here. Though, interesting, they used the Ultra Ball before the Fezandipiti, which might limit their options here. Oh, Badoo. Okay. If it's just item lock. Okay, unfair stamp. Sure. Okay. Buddy Poffin. Yep, get your board down. Flip the script. Badoo is annoying. Hopefully they don't have it. If they go Dragapult here... Nope, just Dracoloak. Okay. Would love the top deck Boss right about now, but unfortunately... Unlikely. Oh, and they boss up the... Boss up the Squawk. Okay. Not necessarily the end of the world. Right, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. Actually, it might just be best to Pecharunt here at this point. Ooh. Ooh. If we boss up, we're not going to get enough damage. We will get 8 on. If we go... Yeah, boss right now is so inopportune. Let's go Subjugating Chains, and let's go bring up the Pecharunt. And I think we have to yeet our hand. Boss is so good right now, though. boss is so good. But I do want to get, if possible, yeah, get another Duraludon down. And we wait. They're not going to be able to draw any cards with Fez here, so really hoping that their top deck is bad. Good sign that they put the Fezandipiti in the active. That means they don't have it like that right now. Yeah, they'll move the damage off to... Lance. So they're going to go pop off right now. Do we? Oh, and counter catcher up. The Squawk. They're going to take 3 prizes here. Hate that for me. Hate that for me. They will keep our Archaludon safe, though, for whatever that is worth. But the Pecharunt here is also a big liability. Okay. Definitely want to play Iono here. And can I get more energy? That would be nice. I think we Iono here, and we're going to lose all our... Is it worth thinning right this second? Maybe we get rid of a Pecharunt and an Ancient Booster Capsule, and we'll just grab... Oh, we need Fez anyway. And let's go... Iono. And we can Super Rod back in. What do we want to Super Rod back in? Anything? Do we need to Super Rod it back in anything? I don't think so. Let's flip the script. Okay, let's put energy on the Duraludon. And we swing. Oh, what am I doing here? There we go. Well, Metal Defender for 220. Unfortunately, still not looking great for us. Right? If they get another Dragapult set up, like, we're just dead. Because at this point, they can gust up the Pecharunt. They'll drop damage counters on this as well. And then we're just kind of toast. So yeah, Phantom Dive, spread some damage counters around. Yeah, 30-30. Okay. So, research boss. We only have 6 cards in the deck, so like we don't have a lot of wiggle room here. Let's go and Super Rod back in some stuff. I don't think I need to get energy back, but just some cards here to at least prevent us from decking out would be nice. And we'll just swing for 220. And again, like, this is... If we can somehow survive this... Yeah, if we could top deck an Archaludon, and then we can gust up the Fez, if we somehow survive this attack, that would be great. I don't think we will. Yeah, if they got Dragapult plus, like, the Psychic Energy... or a Sparkling Crystal, then we just lose. Which is unfortunate, but I think we've played this pretty well, all things considered. one might argue maybe don't play the Fezandipiti, but at the same time, we started with the Pecharunt, so that was going to be a target for them anyway. They got the Psychic Energy. As soon as they get the Dragapult down, then... you know what? No, because they can't take 3 prizes right now, can they? No, they can take 2 and soften up a lot, but they can't take 3. Yeah, they're going to be short on taking out the Duraludon, the second Duraludon. So we could, if we top deck an Archaludon or an out to Archaludon, we win, knocking out the Fezandipiti on the bench. And that's actually not necessarily the worst fate, because we have... Yeah, we've only got 9 cards. I actually made it harder for myself by getting all those basic Pokemon. So let's go see what we can do here. Speaking of the devil. So we go and grab a bunch of energy. That was tough. That was tough. Okay. And yeah, we'll just gust up the Fez. And we win the game against Dragapult. Jeez, love that for us. Yeah, it did come down to the wire there, but we did put ourselves in position where we were able to get ourselves to the end of the game there and gave ourselves the opportunity. And yes, the Super Rod at the end was bad. Do not do what I just did. I actually made it worse for myself to potentially find that Archaludon in the end. And I was concerned about deck out. Like, I shouldn't have been concerned about the deck out at that point, because we really should have given ourselves the best opportunity to dig to the bottom of the deck to get the cards that we needed. Thankfully, the Pokemon gods were, yeah, Lord Arceus was on our side today and gave us the Archaludon, but we could have like played both. I was ready to play both of the Nest Balls to take out the 2 Pokemon that I threw in. That would have been 5, and then I would have played Fezandipiti to draw 3 more cards and hopefully get that out. So it would have been better had I not played the Super Rod at the end, but taking a dub against Dragapult is fantastic. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Poison Archaludon. Again, one of the hot new decks coming out of pre-rotation times that is carrying over to post-rotation. Over in Japan, where they have been playing post-rotation for a couple of weeks now, Japan has adopted this archetype as well, and they are playing a variation like the one I showed today in order to win tournaments and stuff. So really exciting innovation in the game right now, and there's going to be a ton of innovation going forward as rotation is finally here. We're saying goodbye to a lot of the big cards from the old era, saying goodbye to all the V-Stars and canceling Cologne, Heavy Ball, Irida, and so on. So really exciting time for all. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at @InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. If you're watching this live on Twitch, stick around. But if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.